These restaurant prices out there have gone completely insane. Check this out. This is the kids menu for Benihana. We got chicken and steak and shrimp, 200 calories, $27.50.
I may get fired for saying this, but I work at a nice restaurant and everything comes out of a bag.
Fun fact, food in restaurants may soon become even worse as Sysco has just bought Restaurant Depot for $29 billion.
So today we're going to be taking a look at how restaurants are doing in 2026. Because whether it's a sit-down place or a fast food chain, it really doesn't seem worth it for many people now. The price constantly goes up while the quality keeps going down. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into it.
These restaurant prices out there have gone completely insane. Check this out. This is the kids menu for Benihana. We got chicken and steak and shrimp, 200 calories, $27.50. You know, Benihana is not a cheap restaurant by any means, but the last time I went there, which was about 4 years ago for my 23rd birthday, I ordered the same thing I had always ordered, which was the Splash and Meadow, steak and shrimp, which at the time, adult portion was $27. Fast forward to today, 4 years later, official inflation over that time less than 20%, that same exact meal is now $53, and that doesn't include the chicken fried rice, which now is an additional $8 on top of that. So $60 for the same dish I used to get for $27. Where now you literally get 150 calories worth of steak and shrimp for $27.50. Good food, but I'm done. I have a family of 4. I got 2 little kids. I'm not ordering $30 kids menu items for. If you add my wife and I's entrees, and if we got drinks, you're talking $250 to go to Benihana. And look, guys, the crazy part is we're there on a Saturday night and the place was like a ghost town. Unfortunately, I think places like this are literally pricing themselves out of business. It's just not worth it anymore.
And we could go right over to the comment section. Went to a new Italian place that opened. It was $39 for a plate of pasta and it was a tiny bowl. Appetizers such as a side salad were $15 and $18 for 3 ribs. Ended up being $100 for 2 of us. Won't be returning. When we're talking about things like pasta and spaghetti specifically, I think it's crazy how much they charge, especially when you go over to the grocery store and see the same type of pasta for a couple dollars a box. And I asked you guys in an older video, do you still eat at restaurants? Not anymore. No, along with the spiking costs, more of the food is either frozen or microwaved or just plain mediocre. And tipping an apathetic waiter is just insulting. We'll talk about the fees that get tacked onto your bill on top of the tip cost a little bit later. I go as little as possible. No, I'm not paying 50 plus per person for Sysco. Even my grocery bills at Costco are like $350 for basic stuff. No way I could afford eating at restaurants. I can't afford $100 per meal for 2 people. No, I got tip fatigue. Barely we learn to cook our food and it tastes better than restaurants. I avoid it at all costs, twice a year max. Gross food in the Sysco comments were spot on. Again, we're gonna go a little bit more in depth with Sysco later on.
So I was just brutally reminded why I don't go out to eat anymore. I went and met someone for lunch, went to Outback Steakhouse. I literally ordered a salad with grilled chicken on it. Pretty good sized salad, but it's all lettuce and tomato and some bacon bits. I had literally 4 little strips of grilled chicken on there. I drank water. My bill with the tip was $25. What in the world's going on?
And if we really wanted to, we could sit here all day with example after example like that. I really don't know how any of this is going to get better, especially when we see comments like this from you guys. After working in a couple of restaurants, it's rare that I actually eat at a restaurant now. If you know, you know. And that's a very good transition into the next clip.
I may get fired for saying this, but I work at a nice restaurant and everything comes out of a bag. The lobster bisque, bag. The soup, bag. The sauces, a bag. The tuna, a bag. Everything comes in a bag. Welcome to corporate American restaurants.
And that's only part of the problem I'm seeing. The other issue that I think is much more important are clips like this, showing an entire bowl of chicken ready to be made, just sitting on the floor in the kitchen, or under things in the kitchen collecting a whole bunch of dirt and debris. I mean, the clip says sesame chicken with extra seasoning, and in a previous video we went over a clip that made it to the news, showing a restaurant worker throwing a whole bunch of frozen meat on the ground in the back, and now you really don't know what could be happening in these kitchens. We got another comment here. Sysco's a huge reason all restaurants are terrible and expensive. And unfortunately, it sounds like it's going to get a whole lot worse.
Fun fact, food in restaurants may soon become even worse as Sysco has just bought Restaurant Depot for $29 billion. As North America's largest restaurant supplier, Sysco has often been blamed for the of restaurant food, since every major restaurant is getting the same meats, vegetables, and spices from the same supplier, so everything tastes the same. But Sysco also offers restaurants services like menu optimization, where Sysco consultants help restaurants redesign their menu to cut costs, increase profits, and follow trends. Sysco's business is built on analytics, efficiency, and profits, which is why they just bought Restaurant Depot for $29 billion. Restaurant Depot is a traditional warehouse restaurant supplier where smaller restaurants or mom-and-pop shops can buy bulk food and supplies directly from the warehouse. And while Restaurant Depot is incredibly profitable, what Sysco really gets from the deal is 166 warehouses and access to around 725,000 restaurants across the US who they had previously been unable to acquire as clients. Which means more restaurants, and specifically smaller restaurants, will now become reliant on the Sysco supply chain.
So get ready for even more restaurants to taste the exact same, all while they squeeze out as much profit as humanly possible for the few people that still end up going out. I mean, we got another clip up on screen right now, me at a restaurant that tastes like Rosarita's refried canned beans. And this kind of stuff is now going to be happening all the time.
So we just gonna ignore how appetizers are the same prices as entrees now?
Because now they're shareables, and then when they try to say they're shareables, but then bring out 5 mozzarella sticks for probably $10 as well. They figured out people ordering appetizers as mains, and why is a salad $20+ with no meat? You just get a whole bunch of lettuce, and you could add drinks on top of it. We got another comment. Here's another thing people stop buying at restaurants: soft drinks. It's absolutely crazy to be charged $4.50 for a soda that cost them a few cents worth of syrup and carbonation. A massive scam and unhealthy anyway. And we got another example of this kind of stuff up on screen. The lemonade I got when I asked for no ice on a $35 meal at a millennial burger restaurant. And they couldn't even fill up the small cup. My guess is because the lemonade comes from a can, so they just poured it in. Probably everything at that restaurant is prepackaged and microwaved. We got another one here that's even smaller. Just got robbed in broad daylight by a cafe. Because what do you mean my matcha was 3 sips and $8? There's no reason why it has to be this small. I mean, unless they're hiding the size of these cups before you buy, I don't know why anybody would decide to purchase this in the first place. And here we got another comment: crap food and expecting minimum tips of 25%, telling us if we can't tip to stay home. So we did. And now we can start talking about all the extra fees that are getting tacked on while you're already paying a ludicrous amount of money for the food and tip.
The really sneaky thing some restaurants are doing now is bringing a mobile electronic card reader instead of a printed receipt.
They're digital here, huh?
What was that?
So they're digital here.
Yeah,
Restaurants like them because they're convenient and contactless. But another big reason restaurants love them is because customers can't see the itemized breakdown.
So where's the...
I got the receipt.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
No worries. All you see is a total, you tap your card, and you walk away without ever knowing you got hit with an extra fee.
So 75, CNF, 60. What's the CNF?
CNF, so we're not a part of the Caesars Rewards, so it's a fee that they put on the bill because they charge it.
But here's the thing. That fee adds zero value to your meal. It's not a service charge that goes to the server. It goes into the restaurant's pockets, and they count on tourists not noticing or not caring enough to ask about it. The CNF fee may not seem like a lot, but if you end up eating at several strip restaurants that charge the fee, that money definitely adds up over time, and it's money you could have used to have fun.
This seems illegal. Why do we have to advocate for ourselves constantly? I don't care if it's only 10 cents. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of principle. And I bet this happens a lot more than you think because more people are using these contactless machines. So all you do is tap your card and never see the itemized list with how much everything costs. But we got one up on screen right here of a receipt that had a 3% kitchen appreciation fee. Literally just sounds like they're making things up to charge you for.
So I just finished eating at a restaurant and I was kind of in a rush and I saw there was a QR code on my table to pay the bill, so I did that. But then they sent me my receipt and I saw a charge for $1.99. It was a fee for using the QR code to pay, and I was like, what? So I told the manager I had no idea about this fee and he kindly waived it. Like, bro, I'm so tired of these restaurants having sneaky on their bills. To be fair, this fee is technically not the restaurant's fault. It's Sunday, the platform that uses the QR code to pay. But I do fault the restaurant for pairing up with this sorry platform. Always check your bills before you pay and try to waive any unnecessary fees. And yeah, if you ever see a QR code that says Sunday on it, do not use it.
And I mean, there are just so many different examples. Another comment here, restaurants trying to get you to pay for their employees' healthcare is actually insane, because that's what we saw in an older video. There was just yet another fee tacked on, and the reasoning for it was so that the employees had healthcare. The customers have to pay for it now, not the owners. I remember watching an older video where somebody got charged an extra fee just because they ordered takeout. I mean, this kind of stuff just never stops.
Why is it that it's become socially acceptable for the Chipotle workers to just be straight up douchebags to the customers? I say please, I say thank you, I ask them how their day is going, and they don't even give me a smile. Like, they give me half the servings I should be getting, and then they're charging me extra for like stuff that I shouldn't be getting. Like, I used to get a burrito with double chicken, and back in the day it was like $12. Why do I walk up to the counter and this dude tried to charge me $17.25 for a burrito? All I get is rice and chicken, bro. It cannot be $17. And why is it that I'm saying, oh, can I use card, please? He's like, he sighs, and then he has to restart the whole thing because he thought I was playing with a credit card, but I was using a gift card. If I'm working a job that is in customer service, I'm gonna be nice to the customers. I don't care how much they're paying me.
And that could really be a video in and of itself. Customer service is basically awful wherever you go, and now you're getting charged almost $20 for rude service for your slop bowl. And we could just move right on over to another similar company, Cava.
Cava would literally rather struggle than give customers discounts. Yes, you heard that right. Their strategy is the same as Starbucks. No discounts whatsoever, even though their growth is slowing. Cava's worries that if they give discounts now, customers might get used to it and start expecting it. So they'd rather just take the hit and keep their prices high. But to keep customers in, instead of giving discounts, their plan is something else. You guessed it, marketing. So instead of lowering prices, they're going to spend money to tell you that Cava's prices are already low. They want you to believe that they're the Walmart of slop bowls. Remember those old Walmart lines that Walmart didn't discount because the prices were already low? Cava is trying to say the same thing. They're trying to tell customers, we're a really good value at $13 for lunch. So why would you ask for a discount when we're already so cheap? Cava, this seems like the wrong move, especially in this economy. Read the room. Instead of spending all this money to tell customers that you're already a good deal, why not just use that money to give them a good deal? The word will spread on its own.
And we could go over to the comment section with somebody defending it. Cava's worth it. If you can't afford it, you don't need to be eating it. And the reply says, and people aren't eating it, so Cava is now broke. Cava, you're not Apple. There's a million other slop bowl brands. And it kind of seems like they're taking the playbook from Chipotle. You've probably heard about all the issues with that company. Of course, the price is going up, but portions are getting smaller and smaller, and you could watch them make it in front of your eyes. So you could legitimately see that you're getting less. And for some reason, I guess Cava thought that was a good idea to take, because we got a clip up on screen right now. First time trying Cava, and they put my meat in a condiment cup, and that's all you were allowed to get. So even if they're trying to make the argument that, yeah, we are cheaper than places like Chipotle, it still doesn't seem worth it to me at all with these types of portions. And in the last clip, he talked about Starbucks briefly, and we could take a look at this clip with a sandwich that ended up costing $15 with basically nothing on it. You got 2 pieces of bread, some leaves, a small tomato, and cheese that only covers half the sandwich. For $15 is insane. Starbucks is known for their drinks, not food. That's your fault for ordering. And the creator responds, sure, blame the consumer instead of the billion-dollar company. It's crazy to see we have random people defending these companies like they're sponsored. We got another comment here. Subway restaurants in my part of the country are advertising we're bringing back the $6 6-inch. It was never the $6 6-inch. It was the $5 footlong. That's what I remember. They're simply making it sound like they are, trying to pull a fast one, and are scamming us. And again, that's a pretty good transition into the next clip.
You guys want to see something really funny? I just paid $7.99 for this. Turkey sub, flatbread, not sub, at Subway. What?
And I mean, really not surprising to me, there are a ton of different examples like this. There's a Taco Bell clip where the person opens the box and there's virtually nothing in the tortilla, just chips and lettuce. Here we got one of a guy eating at Chili's and the chicken finger is raw. And I mean looking really bad, not cooked at all. Something I thought was pretty funny in the comment section. These companies love commenting until it's something like this. You got every random brand and fast food restaurant commenting on big TikToks as if they're just normal everyday everyday people trying to be relatable, which to me looks really cringy because I know they're just trying to get free advertising. But then surprisingly, you see none of that on videos like this. Babe, that's a lawsuit. Where's the cute company comments now? Here's another one of somebody who ordered from a ghost kitchen that ended up just being Denny's. I can't imagine how much they spent on it at the end of the day, along with it getting delivered. And all you got was a Denny's sandwich. I hate ghost kitchen. Bro ordered the Meltdown, so I guess you're gonna get Denny's food if you do purchase that. Don't order the Meltdown, Burger Den, or the Banda Burrito. It's all Denny's. I mean, we could really sit here forever. We got a Ruby Tuesdays clip that I don't have to say much. It just looks horrendous. So yeah, not too appetizing in my opinion, but I think you guys get the point. We can move on to a classic for virtually everybody and how many people are getting priced out of it.
I never thought the day would actually come, but here we are. Pizza is officially on the decline. Wild.
It's because it's $35 to get a pizza delivered. Pizza's priced like premium food. Why can't they just acknowledge that they priced us out? Quit blaming the consumer, because that's what they said. Americans must be falling out of love with pizza. I guess they're tired of it. Not that it's wildly overpriced. That can't be the issue. Pizza chains are horrible and small pizza shops want a $27 pizza. And speaking of that, we could go over to a Little Caesars clip.
Man, Little Caesar couch all day, man. Bro, y'all in real life gave me a frisbee, bro. What is this? What is this? Bro, this bitch feel like cardboard.
Bro ordered a hot and heavy and got a firm and heavy. They must have given you the display. I mean, this one was brutal. And all of this has been happening while, of course, the prices have constantly gone up.
McDonald's prices have tripled since 2019. Not doubled, tripled. The McChicken, the Big Mac, fries, it has tripled.
And even if you can genuinely afford to go out all the time or get fast food, it's not like any of this stuff is healthy for you whatsoever. I mean, take a look at this clip. Do you really think that we should be eating this kind of stuff?
Y'all check this out right here. This pickup truck. It sat in my backyard for a year and a half. Didn't use it, didn't need it. Yada yada. Driving it now. Cleaning it out. It's untelling how long it's been in there now. I don't eat at Chick-fil-A. One of the boys must have got it. That's a Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. Was in the back seat, in the back of the driver's seat. Untelling how long it's been in there. Over a year and a half, I know. Probably close to 2 years. Heat, cold, everything. Not a spot of mold. Y'all eat that garbage.
And especially with Chick-fil-A, people love to argue it because it is technically better than places like Wendy's or McDonald's. But at the end of the day, none of this stuff is good for you.
I think, honestly, the restaurant business is probably over anyway in the next 4 or 5 years. Like, who can keep up with the demand and the cost of it? I don't even remember the last time I even went to a restaurant, to be honest.
How can we serve Sysco food different than our competitors? The tipping drives me crazy. Pay your workers, shake my head. And the result of this is people not going anymore and restaurants having to close. And after only 9 months, 5 months open, I decided to close down my restaurant. Another clip saying the economy is really hitting right now. What seems to look like to be a server with a completely dead restaurant. But I don't think anything's going to change as long as we see prices like this.
Right there.
How much is that right there?
The 3-meat plate is $30.
Okay.
And then he's gonna get 2 sides. And you got extra sides, but you'll get 2 sides. You'll get pickled onions. You'll get barbecue sauce and a slice of white bread. So that's how a $30 plate.
$30 plate, guys.
Baked beans.
That looks like a $13 plate. The sides and condiment cups is crazy work. $30 is insane. A shot of mac and cheese is crazy. $30 is diabolical. And that's basically the whole rest of the comment section. But we could one-up it with this next one.
$105 for this platter of barbecue in Texas, a very hyped up popular place you'll see online, Cafe Barbecue. The only thing I will return for is that nice pomegranate glazed burnt ends that were very good. The other items such as the ribs and the briskets were good, but they were not extraordinary. I would not go back for them. This place is expensive, and the only thing that was good on the plate, only thing that was great on the plate was the burnt ends.
You're missing $40 worth of food. The creator responds, that's what I'm saying. Where's the rest of the platter? Over $100 for what? Really don't understand the use of Wagyu brisket. Once it's smoked for 18 hours, I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference between regular brisket. Exactly. It's just another buzzword they could use to tack on even more money. So I think you guys get the point. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.